Goddamn by MV explained. You don't know what you're missing. Goddamn is the title track from IAM's first solo digital mini album Duality. The theme of the video is heartache, loneliness, and depression. The mood of the MV as well as the song is pretty somber. The main character gives the air of being distressed, downcast and dispirited. My theory is this: the MV story is about a man who is struggling with heartache after a painful breakup. On a more general level, this may be about coping with the feelings of loneliness and alienation. Supporting evidence coming up in a few moments. The main character is of course portrayed by Im Chang-kyun, Monster X's I Am. In the MV, the main character is trying to cure his broken heart, or rather numb himself, through repeatedly engaging in self-destructive behavior, namely sex, drugs, and alcohol, which, if you look carefully, the video makers depict without actually showing any sex, drugs, or alcohol. The MV got a 19 certificate, which is pretty rare in K-pop. The video can be divided into 3 parts or locations: A bedroom, B, a nightclub or bar, C, a club restroom, as well as 3 vices: sex, drugs, and alcohol. Let's take a look at them. Sex. Blink and you'll miss it. Quick cutting is here, to make it less in your face. However, this also reflects how the main character's relations with women are fleeting and insignificant. Notice how we basically do not see the woman's face. She, or they, remain anonymous. In this shot, the woman looks a bit menacing, ghost-like. As earlier, she remains faceless. We do not even see her clothes. She is just a dark silhouette. This may be the same person as in the previous shots, but not necessarily. Close-ups of hands and touching. This may symbolize sex, but also longing for touch of an ex-lover, thoughts of the time spent together. Multiple people on and around the bed. Again, that symbolizes multiple insignificant relations. This may be sexual but also emotional, signifying inability to connect with other people. Look at this red blanket/fabric. It kinda looks like blood, and may stand for physical or emotional suffering, being hurt. Now, look at Chang-kyun's body. It is full of tattoos and they are pretty significant. First of all, they may stand for pain, as getting a tattoo is a painful process. Therefore, a body full of tattoos equals a mind full of distress. The pain is coming from the inside, just as ink is placed under the skin, inside the body. Secondly, look at the tattoo on IAM's arm. It presents a serpent, which may symbolize poison or sin. See how the main character hurts himself with his actions, that is sleeping around, doing drugs and drinking alcohol. I have another interpretation too. Let's say that the woman or women is/are not actually real, but represent memories about an ex-lover that torment I Am. The poison concept fits here as well. The man's thoughts are poison that is slowly killing him. This tattoo on I Am's hand is shown a lot. You can see the letters S, A, M, and O. What do they mean? I have zero idea, honestly. The image above the letters reminds me of teeth. So maybe, again, something connected with pain. Take a look at the tattoo on Chang-kyun's neck. The tattoo says Crimea River. Look how the MV creators are showing it off. There are a lot of close-ups on I Am's neck, and he is moving in a way to show the tattoo to the camera. What does it mean? Crimea River is a famous 1953 song written by Arthur Hamilton and performed by numerous artists, including Julie London, Michael Bublé, Ella Fitzgerald and Diana Krall. The song is about someone who's had his heart broken. The person who broke off the relationship now wants to get back together, but the answer they get is a cold "you can cry me a river, I cried a river over you." What is more, Crimea River is the title of another song, a 2002 Justin Timberlake track. The story of the second song is the same as the first one. The singer finds out about the partner cheating on them, which leads to a breakup. Then the ex wants to come back, only to hear "now it's your turn to cry." Now you can see where my broken heart theory is coming from. Drugs. In this scene you see I'm sitting with what appears to be an oxygen mask on his face, connected to a tank/canister. I mean, you can't tell what is inside the tank, but what other non-poisonous gas could it be? But wait. Can you get high on oxygen? No, you can't. So what is this about? First of all, it allows the video makers to show a person doing drugs without actually showing them doing drugs. Secondly, let's go back to the painful breakup theory. Doesn't heartache feel like all air has been sucked out of you? Isn't the person you love like oxygen you can't live without? Now, let's go to the restroom scene. As anyone who has ever been exposed to American popular culture, I know that the purpose of club restrooms is one of two things: doing drugs or having sex, which fits perfectly with the concept of this MV. Notice how I am, or rather the character he is portraying, is just standing there, but both you and me just know he is up to no good. Chan Kyun comes out of the restroom and falls on the ground. People stand around him and stare. I find this scene very interesting. Is it a drug hallucination? Does it stand for the feeling of being watched or judged? The necessity to keep a good image and the pressure to be perfect? Notice that the people are watching silently and without any movement. They are just looking judgmentally. Alcohol. In the last part of the video, Im is sitting and drinking alcohol. He is holding his drink so tightly that the glass breaks and cuts his hand. The glass shattering scene sums up the concept of the video. The main character, sad and depressed, is literally hurting himself. The CGI sequence that follows shows a person falling apart, just like the glass that we saw a moment earlier. Have you noticed that Im's clothes keep changing throughout the video, although he appears to be at the same or similar location? This suggests that the club going and seeking distractions happens repeatedly. Also, signifies a rut he can't get out of. Chan Kyun appears to be drinking alone. When he passes out, no one is coming to help. The people standing beside him are facing other directions. As I've mentioned earlier, one of the themes of the MV is loneliness. But wait, isn't Chan Kyun surrounded by a lot of people? He appears to be in a place packed with clubgoers, right? Actually, the crowd is used here to depict aloofness and alienation. How is that possible, you might ask? Take a look. At the start of the music video we see a crowd of people. The camera moves in, and the people are slowly dispersing to reveal Im standing alone. This is a very telling scene that sets the tone for the rest of the MV. You can tell the clubgoers are dancing, laughing and generally having fun. Main character, on the other hand, seems down or moody. Look how he is getting surrounded by empty space. He appears to be by himself. Mind you, it's a club or maybe a bar. A place where you usually go to with friends, and where you spend time chatting or dancing. The main character is doing neither. In most shots, he is not interacting with anyone, not even making eye contact with anyone. Let's take a look at this scene one more time. Im is lying on the bed. When the camera zooms out, we see that there are people around him. They are sleeping, and are somewhat far away from him. Look, he is surrounded by empty space just like before. Again, moving through a crowd but being alone. He is not giving the impression of going into someone's direction, or having any sense of purpose. If you look closely, you will notice that some people's faces, or even the entire background, are distorted. This may symbolize dissociation or intoxication. Loneliness imagery actually goes well with the breakup theory. On a more general level, this may represent being shut off by depression and or inability to enter into relations with people. The words "God damn it, I like it" sound like a person trying to convince other people, as well as oneself, that they like being alone and don't need anyone to be happy. This is explicitly stated near the end of the MV. The music video ends with an image similar to the one at the beginning. Im is sitting alone, with a blank stare, surrounded by empty space. Do you have your own theories? Share them in the comments.